Hey everybody, it's the coach. Welcome to the special Saturday edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Ahead, we'll see the former MVP Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers as they take on Case Keenum and the Washington Redskins. With that, let's get on up to FedEx Field near Washington. Standing by for the call of this one, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, on the eastern edge of the D.C. metro area in Landover, Maryland. That's where we are situated at FedEx Field. A few minutes ago, it sounded like the 4th of July on the National Mall as the hometown Redskins were introduced to this sold-out crowd. They are set to go as their guys will match up with the Carolina Panthers. With you from the booth, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis. CDR matchup here. A couple of teams last year that were really pretty similar. Both under 500, both missed the playoffs, and they both think that they can turn things around in 2019.
Yeah, how about 2018, though? A case of the haves and the have-nots. In 16-game seasons in the NFL, for the first time last year, no one finished 8-8. Now, you know that in baseball, basketball, other sports, turnarounds can take 3, 4, 5 years. In football, could just be a few months.
Gano out to kick this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Redskins heading out for the first time on offense, and this is, of course, really a team in transition. The first unofficial depth chart that came out in early August, it had Colt McCoy #1 at QB, Case Keenum 2, the rookie Dwayne Haskins at 3. Well, since then, McCoy's been banged up a bit, so it's been Keenum that's moved to the top. And remember, you still have Alex Smith lurking too, Charles, so maybe not for a while.
Yeah, I think that when you ask people in Washington, and I talk with someone close to the situation, Alex Smith is not likely to be involved at all this season. He's still trying to heal. I think Keenum's going to win the job and be the starter to begin the season. McCoy will be 2 and Haskins 3. And I think that's by the organization's own doing. They don't want Dwayne Haskins to be the starter right out of the gate. 1-year starter in college. They prefer that he sit and learn this year and take over starting next season.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Keenum. Jordan Reed has it. A 3rd down gain of 19.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Now a first down throw. Keenum. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching him.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Adrian Peterson now getting ready to go again on offense. He's probably a little angry at himself. It was his fumble, obviously, a moment ago that led to the scoop and score touchdown that has him down early.
And now we find out about the psychology aspect of being a coach. Because when you have a guy that's just happened, some people want to take him out of the game immediately. Others say, you know something? Let's feed him the ball again next series and see if he's going to be able to atone for it. Let's see what they decide to do.
Being chased out left. He's got his running back, Darius Geis. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a 2nd down. Now it's Haskins. Able to find his running back, Geis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now Haskins on 1st down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 11 more on that one, and another 1st down. Looking to throw, Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Here's Haskins to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Redskins with their first trip to the red zone thus far. 1st and 10 right at the 20. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now Geis stripped. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
The Panthers offense here set to take center stage, and Cam Newton, the question is, will he be ready to come back from the injury last year? How healthy is he? And he's also now playing his first season in his 30s as a 30-year-old quarterback this year.
Will we say he's the doddering quarterback of the Carolina Panthers? I don't think we're ready for that yet. But you're right. That is the question. His shoulder, will it be healthy? Well, early in camp, he threw a deep ball. Go route to a receiver. Place went nuts because now everyone felt good. Oh, his shoulder's going to be okay. Because remember, they were 6-2 before he got hurt last year. Ended up missing the playoff. And one additional bonus for them, they picked up Gerald McCoy, who was let go by Tampa Bay, their Pro Bowl defensive tackle. And he's playing like a man with something to prove. And he also gets 2 shots at Tampa Bay because they're in the same division. And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the first. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And now he'll tuck it and run. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Panther football to start quarter number 2 as they face a difficult 3rd and 12 coming up. And the Redskins have an extra man in the secondary here on 3rd. A shotgun snap for Newton. And this is going to be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football and now zapped right back in the other direction. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Here's Haskins, buying time to his left. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin 1st down. On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And Peterson, what happened? He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage.
Leverage.
Big guys up front. You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Newton. Got a man complete. It's Chris Hogan. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And our focus now moves to Adrian Peterson.
And ball security has been a big issue. You see the numbers there. He's fumbled twice already.
And whenever we talk about ball security, it's not simply how you're holding the ball when you run it. It's all the other things that you do. Is it in the proper arm, meaning the sideline is protecting you? Are you dipping a shoulder to protect the ball as well? And obviously the 4 points of pressure to make sure it's tucked firmly against your body so people can't pop it out.
They're throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards on the play. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 8 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the first half.
CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field.
Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
On first down, it's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
DJ Moore went through some ups and downs his rookie season, but really came on strong late in the year. Finished with 55 catches, the most among Panthers not named Christian McCaffrey. And now with Devin Funchess gone to Indianapolis, he's going to be the true WR1 for the Panthers.
Newton now to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Draw play as Newton gives to McCaffrey. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Out of the gun, Newton out to his left. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome, everybody, to our abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This game's had a little bit of everything thus far, and certainly plenty to look forward to, as the teams are right back out there for the second half. So we'll get right back out there as well, as we'll turn it back over to Brandon Godden.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They'll run with McCaffrey. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, McCaffrey stays on his feet. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. First down.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching him.
Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle. Cam's going to run the option right. And an alley to run. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. 25 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Defensively by now, you know his ability. You know he has it in him to take off and run.
Yeah, because they knew coming into this game, but we've already seen examples in this contest that he can run the football.
I think they're going to examine different ways to rush him now. Are they going to do it with different lanes? Are they going to use a spy? But they have to come up with options, because right now, he's hurting them.
Now Newton will bring the Panthers up to go for 2.
We got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
From the gun, here's Newton. It's complete. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
That's it, baby.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And along with the rest of his offense, here comes Jordan Reed now. And some of his highlights here from this game, he's nearing 100 yards, partner.
And defensive have worked so hard at how to try to slow down tight ends. It was a lot easier, partner, in the old days because when they just lined up on the line of scrimmage, you either put a defensive end or a linebacker over them and tried to body them so they couldn't get off the line of scrimmage easy.
And now?
Now, when they split out, detach from the line of scrimmage, you put a linebacker out there, they're often too elusive for them. Shake them and get into the secondary too easily before someone else can try and pick them up.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Well, let's have some fun while we have a minute here. Fantasy drafts are in full swing. I know I've got my family fantasy draft coming up, Charles. Who would be your top 3 picks? I know that you're a noted fantasy football expert, so who would you take?
Well, you've got to start with guys who are going to touch the football and put it in the end zone, right? You got to score points. How about Saquon Barkley with the Giants? You know he's going to run it. He's going to catch it. When they get desperate, they may actually have him return it as well. Alvin Kamara is an absolute matchup nightmare for everyone. And Christian McCaffrey, did he ever come off the field last year? And, you know, this guy, he's a threat to be a 1,000-yard runner and a 1,000-yard receiver, as is Kamara. So this is going to be fun to watch. I can't wait to see those guys do their thing, but there are plenty of other guys out there, too. If Zeke comes along, you got to take him. Melvin Gordon, if they both come to camp, we'll see how that works out. How about Todd Gurley and his health? Because, boy, when he touches the ball, great things usually happen.
And then wondering, someone like Le'Veon Bell took the year off, now a new offense. But if he starts going like he used to, he's obviously going to be a good one.
Fresh legs is what you're counting on with Le'Veon Bell and a fresh start in New York with the Jets. And if you're looking for an exciting rookie, remember this. Kyler Murray's going to get the ball from the first snap, and they're going to leave him in there throughout. And as long as he stays healthy, he's going to pitch it around the park a bunch. Don't be surprised if he gets a little love, too.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Haskins will throw. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Adrian Peterson, his second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score.
That is today's NFL, isn't it? If you're going to be a running back in this league, you've got to be complete to stay on the field, at least for those 3 downs we talk about. Got to be able to catch it, which he's doing quite well in this one. 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, a little unconventional. He hasn't been able to cross the goal line as a runner, but as you say, twice as a receiver. Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So that one, an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And the result, a touchdown for Washington. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Operating from the gun. Newton to the right side, and he's got more, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 yards on the play, first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. That's Samuel, caught left side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Newton now to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now at FedEx Field. It's the Panthers out in front and in control of the football as well as we begin quarter number 4. They'll leave the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. From the gun, Newton. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
Here's Michael Pilardi now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now a big spot for the rookie Haskins. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll mark him down right around the 9, just shy of the 10. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Now it's Haskins. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. After the sack on 1st down, Haskins throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Adrian Peterson was the intended target, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Now Haskins. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. A gain of 22. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's it, baby. We're going to work.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And now look at him go. And he he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Gano now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Good work, good. Let's go. Let's go.
Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw again on second down. Haskins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now Haskins to throw it. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. You're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in.
Let's go.
A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And Davis has it over the middle. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. From 8 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. It's been quite the game for him individually. A trio of touchdown catches now.
So pick a route, any route. Whatever you want him to run, he's going to do it and do it well and end up in the end zone. This has really been fun to watch.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. So this drive spanned 7 plays, and it was polished off by a Redskin touchdown. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand-new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 75 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
Gano for the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So here's Haskins and the Redskins. Down by 2 touchdowns, 2:01 remaining. They'll have one play here just north of the 2-minute warning. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dancing to his left. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. Looking to throw. Haskins. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Easy to tell who they're targeting on this drive. He caught the first 2 passes, but then this time unable to hook up.
But I don't think that stops them from continuing to go back to him, do you?
No.
I mean, they've got a plan. They're trying to execute it.
And after that second catch, I saw him in the huddle. He said, hey, let's go back one more time. Didn't work there. First down now, but the clock continues to move. They'll run for it with Peterson. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run by Adrian Peterson. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. And the Panthers are going to recover here, and that should be enough to get them the victory. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And boy, this Redskin defense charged up now. They stop him behind the line again. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. A gain there of 21 yards. And he did exactly what they needed him to do, Charles. Got out of bounds. They have no timeouts.
And they knew that before the play even began. Still executed it. How many times have we seen it happen where you know it, yet a guy's still looking for a timeout or trying to stay in bounds? He got it done.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. They'll look to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Gerald McCoy able to drop him for a loss of a couple. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Landover.